Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So a few hours ago Kabam has dropped official announcement about back issues variant for Waning Moon. So this variant is going to be all about Moon Knight. It's also going to be quite a unique variant in general and something that we have not seen before in the game to date, kind of like a quest format, which I'm definitely kind of excited about. At the same point, I can understand why many people are worried about it, but let's skip all the boring details and let's jump to you must know points. So first things first, the variant is going to go live on Wednesday, as typically all new content does. So 10 a.m. PT Wednesday, December the 11th is when it goes live. We are going to be streaming the initial completion probably at 11-12 as I typically do my evening stream. So basically a couple hours after the variant comes out, I am going to be doing initial completion live. Do make sure to catch me do it live and check out how we're doing so we can compare the notes maybe. But either way, let's move on. So as always, 2 difficulties. Classic is kind of like the original one, which doesn't really reward anything and is dead easy, and then the variant one, which is challenging and intended for kind of end game players. Now, first things first, this variant is again 6 quests only as opposed to 9 as the first 2 were. So this is going to be the same as variant 3. It's going to be considerably shorter, only 2 quests per chapter, 6 quests altogether, which makes those juicy rewards all the sweeter because you have to invest less work. Now, I understand that there are some people who enjoy this type of content, and myself to a degree as well, and I wouldn't have minded if it was 9 quests at all, but the fact that it is just going to be that much shorter, 6 quests only for all of those sweet rewards, man, it's awesome. So it's not going to take too long, presumably, to explore it either. I don't think they mentioned anywhere around here exactly how many paths that are going to be per quest, but typically Kabam seems to have learned a lesson recently, and variant 3 wasn't kind of too over the top with the paths, neither was 6.3. So I don't think that we're gonna have like 10 different paths for the same boss in this quest either. I think they're gonna probably switch in between 3 till 6, 7 paths, something like that. That would be my prediction, and I hope they stick to it. But nonetheless, the thing that I mentioned at the beginning, completely new thing that we have not seen before to the date. So basically, as I said, 6 quests. Quest 1, you can use only 5 and 6-star champions, so this is also only quest where you can use your 6 stars. Now, quest 2, 5-star champions only. Quest 3, 4-star champions only. Quest 4, you guessed it, 3-star champions only. Quest 5, 2 stars only, and Quest 1, 1 stars. Now, the 1-star thing is probably the thing that scares the most people, because there's only like 12 1-stars in the game, and they're all kind of rubbish. They hardly have any abilities. You don't have awakened ability of any of your 1-stars. In addition to that, to add the insult to the injury, Colossus that got buffed 1-star for whatever reason didn't. It's actually quite funny. If you did not know that, go in your game, check out your 1-star Colossus if you still have it, and you can see that Colossus's abilities have not been updated, so he's still the old junky version of Colossus, lacking the new immunities and stuff. So that's kind of funny. Don't know why Kabam didn't update it, but they didn't, so hey, nobody cares about the 1-stars except now when they are making them as a requirement in a quest. So hey, it's Kabam. Either way, so overall, I can say from my personal perspective that I'm super excited about this format, because I have progressed in this game kind of like through all of these champion requirements, and I have ranked up my 3 stars and 2 stars. And also when I started the game back in the day, nearly 5 years ago now, you kind of had to. You could hardly get any 3 stars, so there were already some 2 stars that you were ranking up. And then at some point, 3 stars were your bread and butter for a really long time, until you start to get some decent 4 stars, which you start ranking up. And so I indeed have kind of went through this evolution of 2 stars to 6 stars is like the top and the main aspect of your account. And that's interesting, and I'm definitely excited to be able to put all of them to good use. In addition to that, obviously, since 2 and 3-star champion rank up materials don't really collide with the rank up materials of a 5 and 6-star, I have kept ranking up my 2 stars and 3 stars as I obtain them. Because yeah, to rank up a 3-star, the highest catalyst that you need is tier 3 basic and tier 2 class. and you don't even see them when it comes to 5 and 6 star champions, and even more so the point of 2-star champions. So there was never any reason really not to upgrade them. And now I do understand that I might not please everybody by stating this, and there are many people who are either struggling with ISO and or gold and are leaving their 2, 3 and even 4-star champions kind of like at whatever ranks they get, many of them at like rank 1 or 2, and it might seem disconcerting to quite a few players, and we have not seen the quest yet. Maybe you will not need maxed out 3 and 4 stars, maybe like rank 3 3 stars and rank 4, or rank 3 4 stars will do just fine. We actually have to see the quest, but it also is a weak source saying that, oh yeah, it's a permanent type of content. You still will not really be willing to max out your 4 stars to finish off a variant and then kind of put your 4 stars away, since Kabam has made them absolutely invalid in Act 6. But nonetheless, at the same point, as much as I can sympathize to the players who just haven't had chance, opportunity or a reason to max out their 3s and 4s, at the same point, I am personally excited to use them. So I can definitely see the both sides of the argument. Luckily for me, I fall in the side that actually is kind of like all right with it. And all in all, I do like to see something like this in here. I do think that it's something new, it's something interesting, it's something permanent. And if you do not have a roster to finish this out, at least when it comes to 2 and 3 stars, you can definitely rank them out without actually harming your account progression at all, because as I said, rank up materials do not collide. It's only the golden ISO, and relatively it takes very small amount to rank up a 2-star or 3-star compared to a 5 or 6-star champion. Now 4 stars is a kind of iffier territory because Kabam still kind of finds value in them, and even the offers that they put out for 4 stars are often for like 30 or 50 bucks to max out one, and it's a large amount of money. And the same point, you don't want to waste your tier 4Bs and tier 4 CCs on the 4 stars anymore, as you have probably plenty of 5 stars to rank. So I hope that they are not too strict and too specific on the 4-star requirement thing, and so long as you have like a handful you can squeeze through, but that would kind of be my biggest wish, because the 4-star line is the most sensitive one, because those rank up materials actually collide with your 4, 5 stars and with your 6 stars as well, I believe. Either way, quest is something different. I like something different. I am excited to play it, and I hope so are you guys. In addition to this new kind of like star requirement per quest, we will have a couple of new buffs added. So first one is going to be Crackling Energy, and basically you're going to be taking passive damage whenever you strike the opponent. It's going to be stacking up to 10. And whenever you strike the opponent with non-contact attack, will remove all of the stacks. So first things first, to note, it's going to be passive energy damage. So champions who can take advantage of that, like Captain Marvel movie, like Havoc, are going to be quite cool, especially Havoc, because Havoc is mixing non-contact and contact attacks. So there's going to be probably quite interesting way how he can get to quite a bit of his plasma charges, as well as Captain Marvel. She can blitz a bunch of hits at the opponent, let that passive damage push her into the binary, drop a special attack, which is a non-contact attack, and then remove all of these charges. So I think it is overall going to be quite an interesting node. Hope it's not kind of like too present everywhere in the quest, not a global node or anything like that. But overall, I think there's going to be quite many different interactions that will be quite interesting with champions like Domino, Havoc, or even any champion that can launch projectiles like Hyperion, because Hyperion basic attacks are obviously all contact attacks. However, his specials can be non-contact as well. So it's going to be one of those. You need to see how effectively and quickly basically it does damage to you, but all in all, I kind of like it. I kind of like it because it actually gives a direct benefit, much more so than we have seen, to the champions that can mix in that contact and non-contact attacks at will, and that's quite interesting. Now, Fundamentals is arguably the scariest of the nodes that are coming out here. Basically, Defender will not throw any special attacks. So that's new. So you never have to worry about a use of a special attack. Instead, they gain a bonus based on their current power. Less than 1 bar, reduce all incoming damage by 95%. So basically, for the first bar, they're not taking any damage. 1 bar, they gain huge block penetration. 2 bars plus, all attacks are unblockable. 3 bars, all attacks are unblockable, and charging heavy attack deals X amount of defender's attackers direct physical damage. Now, I think Kabam might potentially be putting themselves into a bit of a silly corner with these ones, because there are 8 champions who can block unblockable attacks. And second of all, if opponent is never going to throw a special attack, then technically you have champions that can apply some extremely heavy attack cheese to these things. So long as you knock opponent down in the corner, there are a multitude of champions who can actually start spamming their heavy attack without opponent being able to respond. So technically any champion who can do that and has a stun or on their level 1 or 2, you guys see where I'm going for. This is going to be some interesting videos coming up in a moment, I can guarantee you. And initially I was kind of scared of that node, but now that I saw it and I thought through it, man, this is going to be fun. You're going to be doing some heavy attacks in the face for days till opponents drop dead. And then we're going to have Will of Khonshu. All of Moon Knight's passive abilities are activated. Whatever, it's Moon Knight, nobody cares. An Eco Barrier. Defender gains an energy barrier, 15 charges. Striking the defender, applying a bleed effect or applying armor break effect removes a charge. The defender is immune to all damage while the barrier has any charges remaining. All the charges are restored every 215 every 20 seconds. So this is going to be kind of like getting in as many hits as quickly as you can, so you can actually start dealing the damage, and advantage being given to the champions that can spam armor breaks and bleed effects. So this is going to be an annoying node. Nobody's going to particularly like it, but there are quite a few champions that will be able to deal with it relatively quickly. If you can be aggressive, you can power control the opponent, or if you can just spam the bleeds for days, for instance, like Carnage, you should be able to have relatively large uptime without any charge on opponents. So it's going to be one of those quite annoying, but there are going to be quite a few champions who can work around it. So overall, I think it's fairly decent. No design, can't complain too much. And when it comes to rewards, it's all the typical rewards. Rewards have not changed. Basically, we're going to have 3 5 stars rank 2 to 3, which is cool. They're always welcome because catalysts and stuff, it's anyways nice, appreciated. 5 stars 3 to 4 rank up gems, kind of a bit more substantial. These are 2015 and 2016 champs only, but that's already kind of like wider area, and these rank up gems actually can help you progress your roster, because champs like Hyperion, Quake, and Voodoo and stuff like that are in fact 2016 champions, and these are like the top of the meta champions. So these rank up gems are definitely nothing to snuff about, and we get 3 of these, so hopefully you get the classes that you want. 5 star rank 3 to 4 gem crystal, so this is kind of like any champion of the class that you pull, which is cool. Save some catalyst, and as always 4 to 5 gem crystal. So better make sure that you have at least one champion of every 5-star class, sorry, every class as a 5-star that you do want to take up, more or less, kind of. Obviously we also get awakening gem, which is cool and always welcome. Couple of 5-star crystals, 27,000 TFIB catalyst fragments, nice. 6-star shards, stingy as always, and some signature stone crystals, 2 million gold and laughable amount of units. But at the same point, it's a shorter quest, so this is not going to take too long to earn it. So I'm definitely happy with variant rewards overall, and they haven't changed for quite a while, so the impact on people's rosters is kind of dropping, but it's a nice little something, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's variant 4. It's coming out on Wednesday the 11th. We're going to be jumping straight in it, so if you are about when it comes out, check the channel. I am likely to be live at least a couple hours after the variant comes, and we're going to be running definitely through the initial completion, maybe starting to explore it, because I kind of do want that rank up gem. But either way, that will pretty much do for today. Let me know what you guys think about the whole, why am I being forced to use my lower ranked champions if this entire game has been pushing me to rank up higher champions this entire time, because there are definitely good arguments on either side. So, what do you guys think? Is it cool? Is it fine? Do you hope to see more quests like this, where they kind of force you to use your 3 stars, 4 stars? Are you worried about the 1-star quest? But yeah, that will do for today. It's quite late. I need to go and catch some sleep. So, see you guys next time.